Who's ready to get a little bit better? If so, comment yes right now in the comments. Woo! Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit different video because I have like zero notes here, zero notes. Um, I had a conversation this week and met somebody for the first time. Is actually a daughter of a client who's been with me for 3.5 years, and who you are if you're watching this. And it was a beautiful conversation, great connection. Happened to be in town, connected for the first time, and I just went in with the intention to encourage and support. And through the course of the conversation, she was sharing some things going on in her world, tough stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Tough stuff. Just type tough stuff. And so I wanted her to know she wasn't alone. And so I shared some of the tough stuff that my wife and I have been through. And so I rattled off in short order that we wanted to have kids and we had two miscarriages. And that's, if you've been through that, you know the pain of it. And it was heartbreaking. And after that, our miracle baby girl came, who's 15 now, and two boys that followed. And so they're everything to us, right? So we had two miscarriages. Um, Talked about the times when um, financially things were not going good, and we got a knock at the door on a Saturday night. What the heck was Saturday night? Saturday night, and the constable was there when I answered the door, and he served me with foreclosure papers. And that's bad. But my wife didn't know that we were behind. That's worse, let me tell you. A lot of financial pain. I mean, when um, I woke up one morning, I went out to the driveway where I parked my car the night before. My car wasn't there. And I looked and I saw the scrape marks where my car had been pulled out of my driveway in the middle of the night and repossessed. And I remember the night when my wife looked at me and said, I don't think I really want to be married to you anymore. Like, we're talking some tough stuff. So the question she asked me was, she said, so how did you get through that? Like, how did you, not go into depression or despair or whatever? Like, how do you get through the tough stuff? And so I'm just going to share with you the way I did it in a conversation. And it was a great question. It kind of set me back first because I was like, well, how did I? I mean, because these are things you don't really necessarily think about. Um, but as I look back on it, those tough things, I guess the overarching premise, even before I go, those tough things, they made me who I am today. They gave me a voice to sit at that table with her. They gave me a voice to be able to jump on here and be able to help you take back your power and create the life that you desire, right? They've given me a voice to be a pastor for 25 years and to make a difference in a lot of people's lives. Those tough things have made me who I am. And but that's when she was like, "Yeah, but what'd you do? Like, how'd you actually get through it? Because when you're in the tough stuff, it sucks, right?" Sorry, mom and dad. I just said sucks. I don't like it when I say that. It sucks though. And so as I look back and she asked me that question, I was just kind of, at first I didn't get out of it. At first I played the victim. I act powerless. I pointed the fingers of blame at other people for a long time. And here's the big one. I used my faith in God as a scapegoat for me doing anything. And so I prayed. Again, I was a pastor for a whole lot of years, right? And so I prayed for God to I'm taking care of the church and your people. Like, God, you got to take care of me. And I'm like, just drop it out of heaven, God, right? And I used my faith as a scapegoat to stay in that victim mentality and waiting for God to drop a miracle out of heaven. So after I got tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired, the biggest decision point, the biggest thing that I did to get through the tough stuff, I took back my power. There's a reason why I get on these videos and I say, take it back. You got to take back your power. You have the power to choose. Therefore, you have the power to change. Do not play the victim. Like, stop acting powerless. Stop blaming other people because you can take it back and create the life that you desire. The reason I'm so passionate about that message is because I wasn't doing it for a whole lot of years. And when I hit rock bottom and my wife didn't want to be married and cars repossessed and house foreclosures, and when I didn't have any other answers, I had to look and say, you know what? It's all in God's hands, but God put the same power that raised Jesus from the dead living on the inside of me. I have power inside of me and potential that I wasn't tapping into. And so the biggest thing I did to get out of that stuff, it was to take that back, my power to choose. And so I'm sharing this just real transparent, vulnerable, unscripted to say, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what your circumstances are, one, you are the sum total of every decision you've ever made. Quoting my pastor who taught me that 20 years ago, you are the sum total of every decision that you've ever made. So don't act like you got where you're at because of somebody else. Now, bad stuff happens that you didn't make, like if you were abused or you were molested or abandoned by a parent. Those are real things. Okay. I got it. Like that's bad. Those are bad things. And I'm not diminishing your circumstances. Okay. I'm not diminishing the pain, the hurt that those things cause. But what I'm going to say to you is don't tell me what happened to you. Tell me what you are going to do as a result of it. How are you today going to take back your power and choose a new path? Because no matter what happens circumstantially to you, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your life. From this point forward, right now, what are you going to do? You are the sum total of every decision you've made. And no matter what happened, you still have power to choose. So what are you going to do today to take it back? And that was the defining moment. One answer. Now, I mean, after that moment, when I stopped playing the victim and I realized that my faith without works is dead and I better start doing some stuff. And instead of praying prayers like, God, fix it, I started praying prayers to say, God, show me my part. God, yes, I'm ready. I will move. I will do whatever you tell me to do. I will not hold back. I will not make excuses. I'm ready to go. And when I started praying those prayers, a whole lot of things changed. And so, I mean, after that, it came accountability, it came relationship, it came getting in a mastermind, it came hiring a coach, it came putting myself in new environments, growing, becoming obsessed about my growth. All those things followed, but everything hinged on that beginning point. So how do you get through the tough times? Stop playing the victim. Stop acting powerless. Stop pointing fingers of blame at other people and make a decision to say, I'm going to take it back. And then you can have the joy of creating the life that you've always desired because you have that power to choose. You have that power to change. So that's all. Like one thought, take it back. If you're going through tough times right now, no matter what it is, no matter what you're tough, lost your job, business went under, marriage is falling apart, your health is deteriorating. One thing, take it back and begin to create the life you want. I hope this has encouraged you. Sharing a little bit from the rocky times, but you're a powerful person. So I think it's time for you to start acting like it. In fact, you should get off this video right now and go out there and give your greatness to the world because somebody needs what's on the inside of you. Don't hold it back. Go give it away. I love you. Have a great week, guys.